All right. Well, good morning. Welcome to my trading recap for today, July 30th. So I haven't done these in a while. I haven't done any lives in a while, which is something that I want to do in general. We recently moved to Las Cruces, and yeah, so we are here, the family. So now I'm out here. I'm gonna try to take some steps to make sure that I'm doing these things. I do typically do my own reviews. I just write them down and I put them into my personal Discord, where I track all notes and stuff like I've tried to do since I basically started trading. So if you scroll back, if you ever get in there and you scroll back, you'll see some stuff, some tough days and all those things. So I've been tracking my way throughout my trading journey. So I'm gonna start trying to do these recaps, at least do them online so that at least they're recorded. I can just put them out there. Whatever happens, happens. All right. So coming into the day, of course, if you're looking at the day right now, the day's not over. It's 12:30. I mean, my time is 10:30, 12:30 market time. So so I stopped trading around 12. I'm trying to get myself to make sure I continue to do that because sometimes I see setups and I want to keep going. So I'm trying to make sure I break up in between, that I slow down or I stop trading. Some of the reasons why I lose, if I do, when I do lose, is because I overtrade or because I size up or stuff like that. I just break my rules. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, now that I'm seeing, I'm a pretty damn good trader, but the mental part's what I need to work on, the patience, those kind of things, those other aspects. Like I know how to enter trades, execution, all those things. But once I'm in a trade, controlling myself, making sure that I don't have FOMO. Those are some of the things that I think traders in general struggle with, but that's what I struggle with. So yeah, so yeah, so let's keep looking. Let's see what we have here. All right. So coming into the day, I had this box drawn already. I had a high and then I had the lower low, right? Lower high, lower low. And it's just because like when I'm looking at the market, I think I see things as they trade basically in a box. Market trades in a box, whether it's going down or up, it ends up in a box. Then it breaks out of that box. You know what I mean? So we have a box, we consolidated, and then we broke out. And now we're in a consolidation. Even if it consolidates this way, we have a flag or whatever, bear flag or one of those other triangles, whatever they call them. And then it breaks out, it comes all the way back down here. So we end up in some type of a square, some type of a triangle. I mean, not triangle, but rectangles. I see things in a box. And if you see on my chart, I have my demand zone, I have fair value gaps, I have discount areas, and so forth. And then of course I have breaker structure and change of character. And those are some of the things I use to decide, how I'm going to enter the trade, when I'm going to enter the trade, and just see where the market is at. So if we look at the last couple of days, right, market basically hit we got to a high. We had a gap up here. And we had a high. We had a nice, strong push down candle, right? It's engulfing candle. So we definitely had some I guess what's the word? Conviction in this direction, right? And then of course, we had another strong down candle and we consolidated. And now we're in a consolidation area to see if we will break this consolidation and come back to the original breakout, change of character area where the market broke out. I'm going to say the breakout was here because that's when it closed. That's when it closed above this area. So the market since May this year, right? So we're coming back down into the area. So we're coming back down into this little box area here. Draw that across there. All right. So when the market comes down, we're going to come back down. We're going to either test. We have our demand zone here, and we're going to come all the way back down here. And change of character is going to happen down here, right, or somewhere around here, right? Before we change, if we end up in some kind of bearish trade or whatever the case is, right? The market becomes bearish. Right now, we're technically just in a pullback from that breakout area. broke out, came back, and we're just in a pullback. And the pullback seems a little bit crazier because, of course, we're testing on a daily. If we go into the weekly, right, it's just another pullback, right? Pull right back into it. We broke out back down here. There's our original breakout right here. Well, no, change of character over here. This is our original breakout back May 2023. So it's just been going up since, and now we're just in a pullback. So now does this pullback change into something different? We don't know yet. All right. So right now we're just looking for a pullback. So right now it looks like we're in 1, 2, 3. We had 3 red weeks. We're in our 4th right now, but FOMC is this week. Let's see what's on the calendar. Initial job report. Fed balance sheet. Oh, yeah, missed it. Great. Yeah, right here, Wednesday, right? So yeah. But anyway, coming into the day, I didn't really have a bias or anything. I did see coming into the day, of course, when we came into the day, we had that consolidation area and I had my highs. So I did figure that it would, if anything happened, it would either push one, it's going to push one direction and then go the other direction, whether it goes up high first and then comes down or goes down low first and then comes back up. I had some kind of conviction that that's what we're going to do. I didn't expect it to be this kind of day, but one of the things is that I've been just trying to go with the flow of the market. That's what I've recently been trying to do. Not trying to predict it, just go with the flow. It's trade what the chart is telling me. So, but one thing I was ready for, you see, is this line that I drew here, this trend line. This is a nice trend line from yesterday, and we broke. All right, let's go to the 1 hour that I typically go off of. That we broke, right? Trend line, that we broke. We broke through, right? We broke out of this little area consolidation because we consolidated, broke, we faked out, pushed back up, came back in, and we pushed back out. So we're finally back above this area. We closed above it and we broke. And then we came right back into a consolidation here. We're in that consolidation there. We finally closed below that area, which is here. And then we saw the continuation down. And concentration down into these areas. Surprised it stopped here. It should have came down to this area, but of course it stopped and it turned around, whatever reason why it stopped. And a pivot, and we had a trend line that I had drawn here and it pushed through. So if anything, pull back, then go, or go up and down, whichever way, right? So this morning, of course, when we opened the market, when the market opened, it opened and you ran right into a bunch of demand, supply. And supply shorted and it went down. So once the market was down, so let me tell you the first trade I took. Let me go back, do it. 5 minutes, sorry. 5 minutes. So the actual first trade I took when the market opened, we saw it was I said breakup structure, BMS. I don't know what BMS stands for, but I say breakup structure. And usually I don't trade off of this chart. I trade off my TD Ameritrade chart. So I had some moving averages here, and I was like, well, it's above the moving average. The market's moving. When it comes down here, I'll buy. And then I bought down here. When it came down, I bought down here, around here. And we did get the bounce, right? We did get the bounce. Of course, the market did fail and go down, and then we switched and the moving average came down. I don't typically use the moving average all the time, but I use it here and there to at least tell me what section, where are we at? Are we in a short trade? Should we be looking more for shorts or looking more for longs? I trade against the trend, so who knows what I do sometimes. But that was the first trade. Ended up adding 2 contracts. I got a nice move on it. Of course, most of the time I'm taking 10 to 20 points per trade, 10 to 20 points. So I guess I'm a scalper, right? In the next trade, I did this IVG trade, which is IVGIF inverse fair value gap, right? That's what I do. So I had one on the minute. Where was it? So I had one here. I think this was the area here. So once it came up, I bought here. So we had an inverse here. We had our inverse here, right? So when it came up, I bought here. When that closed, I bought right there, and I took it back to here, and I took off. I took off. Was it two contracts that I used? Oh, I only used one contract because I had got a good profit here. So I used one contract here. So I took everything off here. And this was the intermediate high area. And I guess equal highs as well. But I took it off in this intermediate high. And then it could have kept on going, if you were watching, but it didn't. Of course, like if I turn on the moving averages, you can see it failed at the moving averages. All right. Alrighty, not that one. All right, so that one worked out. And then if you see here, it consolidated. So we're in a consolidation area right here. Consolidation, boom. All right, consolidation, consolidated. All right. And then the last trade was off this hourly here. So I saw this inverse here on the hourly, right? I did this nice inverse right here. And I was like, all right, if it closes below here, I'll just take a trade off of it. But this was after I had taken those two trades and I was up on the day. So I was like, I'll just take this trade because I haven't taken a inverse trade on a higher time frame. It's mostly on the 1 minute, 2 minute, or 3 minute. So I was like, all right, let me just try it on the 1 hour. So we got that inverse here on the hourly. And I jumped in the trade and it just dropped. It dropped, and I took off here. I got in here, so I took off here, and then I took the last couple ones off here. Of course, I had it coming all the way down here, but I wasn't sure, so I just took the last one off because I had gotten some retracement because I was watching the wrong charts and I got some retracement that I didn't like. I think right around here, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll get out. But if you look here, this was a breaker trend here, nice strong candle, break at the bottom and close below, consolidated again, couldn't go back up, and that's why we're continuing down. So usually I don't trade trend days very well because I'm always looking for the reverse. It's a bad habit of something that happened to me, I guess, when I just started trading. I used to always try to go with the trend, and every time I got in the trend, it turned on me. So I guess now I'm just all right, just now is like in my mind, but now I'm fixing it that I can go with the trend, go against the trend. And then I'm waiting to make sure I'm waiting for my actual setups. And I have couple different setups. I use the I inverse fair value gap. All right. I use that, but I use it on the 1 minute. Um, I've been learning it. ITC is cool. And sometimes I use the strat. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for candlesticks and price action to see how things do. Like I can use an inverse fair value gap, but if I don't like the way the candle closed or what the candle look like, I'm not going to take the trade. So I'm still using candlestick patterns. I'm still using wicks and all those different things, not just jumping in a trade and how much should it bounce off that area and all those different things that happen. So I use different strategies. I use the moving average, but I'm slowly bringing it down. So even like say if I do the inverse fair value gap, I want it to come down into a higher time frame because I did take one more trade, right? I did take one more trade. Yes, I took one more trade down here. So it came down into this inverse fair in this demand zone and over in this area. Over in this area. So yeah, so I took the trade here. Yes, I took the trade here. So I came down here. I did like that candle, and I was like, well, it's holding here. And if I go down to the 1 minute, go down to the 1 minute. That wasn't it. Yep, it was on a 2 minute. So there it is. So this is I think the last trade I took on my actual account. The risk goes down to here, and then it closed. I wasn't happy with what the close because it bounced, and I didn't like that. But I was like, I'm up. Let me just try the trade. And I just used one contract. It came back, and then it pushed, and I got right back to the. Is this where I took it? I can't remember. Let me look on my execution. Should I close Ninja? Well, Ninja's closed, so I'm not going to be able to see it now, so screw it. No. But the inverse fair value gap we moved. Let me see. Not a 3 minute? No, it would have been 3 minutes because I'm going to take it because it didn't close there. Yeah. But anyway, I did like when it came down, it had bounce, and I did like the bounce, and I wait for the fair value gap, and I was like, all right. So I took it up to like a high, and then I got back out. I was only like a 10 point move, and I was in and out. It wasn't anything I was going for because I've been very skeptical about playing reversals, reversals. Again, I'm trying to go more with the trend now. So I'm being skeptical. When I do reversals, if I do a reversal or I'm doing for a reversal, I want to make sure that the moving averages have the 9 and the 20 have switched, and and those couple of things have happened. You know what I mean? So I'm on the right side of the averages or whatever the case is, because all these different strategies, at the end of the day, a lot of people use all these strategies. So people are using these things. So you just want to make sure you're following the trend, whether or not you use ICT or the strat or smart concepts or demand and supply and price action, all those different things. At the end of the day, people are trying to get people out the market to take their money, right? And how you going to get them out the market is this way. So I ended the day with 167. I need to figure out how to do these things more concise. So I know what I'm saying, but that doesn't mean whoever's listening to me have any idea what I'm saying. So I'm going to keep working on that. But the day turned out pretty good for me. That nice trend break came in the pullback, and it just been dumping. And now that I'm seeing it, I didn't even see this pullback. I didn't even see it was a pullback trend break, then pull back into the area and then go. See, I saw something else. Like now that I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, makes more sense. Hindsight, right? So that dump makes 100% sense. So where does it stop next? Where does it stop? Maybe, yeah. I already have that out there. We already have it here, so the daily has something there, yeah. So it could just keep coming, man. And we're gonna look for, when it comes down here, we're looking for a nice reversal candle. Right? Hopefully, we are seeing changes. We did see the 9 now move under. Whew, these candles are strong, man. Maybe it pushes all the way through, man. Hope people took profit on their 401ks and shit. The market is pulling. I guess we'll see what happens with the FOMC tomorrow. If it stops, holds this area like it has over here. Let me turn these moving averages off. I try not to keep them on. Hold this area. Get a nice wick. See if there's people down here. There's people down here ready to buy. Yeah. What's that point right there? So strong candle though. Came out Came out that nice consolidation. If it closes here and breaks, that's the daily. Let's see what the four. Yeah, we didn't close here. See if the hourly will close below and continue. But yeah, these are strong candles, man. Oh, 2 minutes. See what happens. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, well, that's my recap. I got other things to go do right now. I'm trying not to. Of course, I watch the market all day, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm in, do what I need to do, doing my recaps, doing my studying, because trading is not necessary. It's not about taking trades. It's about patience. Trading is about patience, man, and waiting for that one setup. I took 4 trades today, one on my sim account, and that sim account did crazy though. Like, yeah, because I did the hourly thing, but yeah, so trading is super about patience, man, and being able to sit here and not take a trade and read the market and not make things become hindsight because you can see it in the moment. So you need that screen time. You constantly need to be in front of the screen and read in the market, read in the market. How would you have executed that? And going on your sim account and executing and trying different things. So yeah, that's my trade recap for today, 7:30. I'll be back tomorrow to do another one. Bye. Have a nice shut this shit off. Stop. And end. End.